started right away in hands and knees, tabletop pose. And then once you are there, spread your fingers nice and wide. And press your palms into the ground, your knees right underneath your hips. And then on your next breath in, start to lift your tailbone, let the belly drop down, and think about your chest pulling through your arms to lift your chin a little bit into cow pose. And then as you exhale, really round your upper back, drop your head, even look in between your knees here. We're going to do that 2 more rounds, but with your breath. So deep breath in to find cow. And then deep breath out all the way to get empty to round into cat. 1 more round on your own here. Really use your entire inhale and your entire exhale to find a little bit more movement in your spine. And then you'll come back to neutral, so that neutral tabletop pose, and send your right leg behind you, hip height. And just take a roll of the ankle here, both directions. And then tuck your right toes onto the ground behind you, press back through your right heel. Maybe get a stretch through the back of the right leg. And then you'll spin that heel down towards the ground, the outer edge of your back foot, where your right foot presses down. Reach your right hand up to the sky. Take a big breath in to open up. And then as you exhale, reach your right hand forward, right arm alongside your ear, maybe even pick up your right leg off the ground. So a little bit of balance. Now take 1 breath in to pull your fingertips and your toes apart here. Like you get really, really long. And then as you exhale, right elbow taps right knee. You draw everything in. Do that 1 more time. Inhale, pull it apart. And then exhale, tap it in. Now inhale, pull it apart. Your right hand will come back down to the ground. Come back to that 3-legged tabletop with your right leg behind you, hip height. And then start to bend your right knee, but I want you to snug it behind your left knee and take your feet a little bit wider apart. So it's like you're crossing your knees, almost like you were crossing your knees in a chair. Your feet are wider, and then think like child's pose. Send your seat back and maybe reach your fingertips further forward. Think about pulling your left hip back just a little bit more if you can. So you're not coming all the way to a seat, right? You're just thinking about your hips drawing back, fingertips forward. And then you'll rock back forward. Find that 3-legged tabletop, send the right leg behind you. And then right knee comes to meet the left. 1 round of cat-cow here. So inhale to find cow. Exhale to round and find cat. Now tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog, but keep your knees bent just for a moment. So you can really feel your tailbone lift, your low back can lengthen as you press your hands down a little bit more actively. Like a 2 opposing forces. When you press down, imagine your hips go up and back a little bit more. Take 1 more breath in, just to lift both heels up off the ground. And then you'll drop your knees back to the ground, tabletop pose. Walk your hands up your thighs, come up onto your knees. And then interlace your fingers right in front of your face. Make 1 big fist here. Press your palms together and just trace that figure 8 here. So give your wrists a little bit of different movement other than just flexion with weight. Take 1 more inhale to reach that up over your head. So keeping that 1 big fist. Now your toes can untuck here. See if you can press the tops of your feet down. bigger breath in to get a little bit longer. Now, as you exhale, keep that one long line from your knees out through the top of your head. Like this was all one long line. Your spine stays long. See if you can tip that back a little to activate your quads and reach your hands forward. Now, on an inhale, you'll come back up, straight up, reach up towards the sky this time, and then tip back as you exhale. See if you can activate the glutes a little bit more. Do that one more time. Inhale to rise. And then tip it back. Exhale. And then inhale, reach up. Tabletop pose. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat. Back to neutral spine, tabletop. And you'll send your left leg behind you, hip height. Let it float. And then roll the ankle. Both directions. Create a little bit more space. And you'll tuck your toes onto the ground. Press back through your left heel. And then you'll spin that heel down, outer edge of your foot presses down. Reach your left hand up to the sky. And then reach your left fingertips forward. You can stay here or lift your left leg. Now, rather than taking a back bend here, you need to think about your front ribs like knitting together. And take an inhale. Can you pull your fingers, your toes apart on that line? And then as you exhale, elbow taps your knee. Left elbow, left knee. Inhale, pull it apart. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, pull it apart one last time. And then your left hand will come down. Keep your left leg lifted behind you, three-legged tabletop. And you'll bend the knee to snug it behind the right. Feet go wide. And then send your seat back behind you. So that cross knee child's pose. Think about, rather than your right hip might want to snake forward or out, think about drawing it back. And just to create a little bit more of a stretch in the outer hips. Take one more breath in. Out. And you'll rock back forward. You'll send that left leg behind you one last time. And your left knee comes to meet the right. A round of cat-cow. Again, inhale to find cow. Exhale to find cat. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog with bent knees. And take your feet just a little bit wider apart, maybe mat with the And with bent knees here, start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Land in a ragdoll pose. So nice bent knees. And then maybe shake your head yes. And no, just let like the weight of your head be heavy. Take a load off your back here. Maybe even drop your hands and maybe walk them to one side. Get a nice stretch on one side of the lower back. And then walk them to the other side. And walk them back to center. Keeping your knees super bent here. Think about your head being the last thing to come up and slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll up to together. And once you're there, you can heel toe your feet a little bit closer together, right under your hips. And then flip your palms forward and notice how that instantly starts to like broaden your collarbones a little bit more, widen across the chest. Take a breath in, shrug your shoulders. And as you breathe out, draw them back and down. Do that actively. You might even make fists with your hands. So inhale to draw the shoulders up. Exhale to draw them back and down. One more time. I'll draw them up back, down. And then when you're ready, reach your hands up on an inhale. And just bend your knees, sit back into chair pose. Just a little bit of breath. So inhale to think about lifting your chest a little higher. And as you exhale, you'll just tip your chest forward. Stay in chair pose. Sweep your arms back like wings. So your palms are like facing down and you activate the triceps. You activate the muscles in between your shoulder blades, like you're squeezing them together. And then stand back up. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, sit back in the chair pose. Inhale to stay here, lift your chest a little. Exhale, tip your chest forward, sweep your arms back like wings, but find that activation in the arms. Let it be really strong. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, stand up, straight up. Exhale, bend your knees, sit into chair. Inhale to lift your chest higher. Exhale, tip it forward, sweep the arms back like wings behind you. Maybe this time you stay and you lift your heels up off the ground, play with balance. Take a full breath in and out. Now you get to stand all the way up, but this time hook your thumbs overhead, take your elbows wide, like a letter O around your head, and think about leaning back a little more. And then when you release, you'll toe your feet a little bit wider and fold forward. And let it go. You can shake out your legs, shake your head again, yes, no. And then walk your hands forward back to downward facing dog. Stay here for a moment. Full breath in. Big breath out. You'll lift up to your toes. And then drop your knees to the ground. Tabletop. Inhale to find cow pose. Exhale, round into cat pose. You'll walk your hands up to the thighs, come up onto your knees, just to step your right foot forward. So coming into a lunge. Now grab your right block, if you have two here, grab your block and set it on the highest setting if you can, right outside your right leg. So off to the right, somewhere. You'll be able to grab it when you need it. Reach the hands up overhead when you're ready. And then to start, right hand hooks your left wrist. Get a little bracelet here. And think about lifting your left fingertips a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, really press into your right foot for stability, but then lean over to the right. And it doesn't have to be like the biggest movement. You feel expansion here. You can really just be lifting and reaching with that right hand on the left wrist, enough to feel that stretch. Now, if you need to move around a little bit, forward, back, to find and deepen it, go for it. And whenever you're ready, drop the right hand to the block. See if you can keep that length through the left side. Maybe now you get to lean over and tip back and deepen the stretch, and you feel it down the left leg, maybe through the front, maybe through the side. But you create more space for sure in between the left ribs. Take one more big breath in. And release. You'll keep this structure in the legs. And then a little bit of a twist. You have a choice. So left hand can come forward. Right hand can reach behind you for an open arm twist. If you want, your left elbow can snug outside your right leg, the right thigh. And your hands can come together like a prayer pose. And then think about maybe looking over to the right. So whatever your body wants to do to find a little bit of a twist today, you take that. If neither of those options sound great and you want to bring your left hand to your left block and right hand to the sky, also a choice. You just have one more big breath in and out. You'll slowly come back up, face the front, reach both hands high, maybe hook your thumbs like before, elbows wide, lift your chest. And then release. Take your hands to both blocks. You'll pull them back alongside you, both of them closer towards your hips. And then you'll pull your hips back here and lift your right toes up off the ground, just for like a half split here, or half Hanumanasana. As you pull your right hip back a little more, take a breath in to reach your heart forward. And then exhale to bow the chest down. Maybe drop the head. You're just here, full breath in. Even bigger breath out. So nice. And then you'll release. And bring that foot a little closer to bend back in. Reach both hands high. Right comes to the left. Tabletop pose. Swap left to the front. And then if you want here, rather than cow, you can take that, of course. But if you want lateral movement here, think of that C curve side to side. So hips to one side and then the other, and let the head and neck follow. And you'll walk your hands up your thighs again. Step your left foot forward into that lunge. Nice and easy transition. Just find a strong base, a strong foundation. Your left block can come to the highest setting. Just have it up to the left here and reach both hands up on an inhale. Create that bracelet with your left hand. Wrap it around your right wrist. Reach up first. Reach up, 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 up. And then maybe slowly start to tip over to the left, but your left big toe roots down into the ground. And if you need to move this around, forward, back, maybe even more to the left. One more big breath in. And you can even drop that left hand. Know that block is there. And now you can deepen it. Create a different sensation. Again, breathe in. Soften something as you exhale. You'll bring both hands high, hook your thumbs overhead, elbows wide, lift your chest. And then release, find your twist, Maybe it's right hand forward, left hand behind you, or you snug that right elbow outside the knee or outside the thigh. You might even just stay and play with this or bring the hands together. Keep rooting down through that front foot. And keep awareness of both your inhale, strong exhale. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Both hands reach up as you face the front. And then left knee comes to meet the right. Hands come down. Your last few rounds of either cat-cow or lateral movement side to side. Maybe you join them all together and you move kind of freely in all directions, right? Or in a circle. Maybe even close your eyes. So take about 3 to 5 full rounds of breath. Don't even rush it. Just be right where you are. Maybe even savoring that little pause at the top of your breath in and at the bottom of your breath out. So then whenever you are ready, don't rush to get there. Make your way to around. And just an easy seat. So either one leg in front of the other or cross-legged, whatever feels better for you. Take your arms out like wide, like a T as you lift your chest a little, right? Think about that recurring theme of broadening across the collarbone. And then make an X with your arms. So we're going to find eagle arms. Your right arm will come on top of the left. Lift your fingertips up first. And then you can either bring palms to palms or sometimes just holding on to that right thumb is enough. Whatever you choose to take here, take a breath in. So think about lifting your elbows, not your shoulders, like we did before. Keep your shoulders drawing down. Lift your elbows a little. It might even be like a millimeter. But just that act of drawing up, you might feel that right away in your shoulder blades, your upper back. Take one more breath in now. You can start to lift your chest as well as lifting your elbows. Not lifting your shoulders. And then as you exhale, think about cats in the spine. Draw forward, round forward. Maybe thinking about drawing your fingertips down towards your mat. Not the goal, just that idea of rounding. And then inhale again, lift that up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And then exhale forward. And then you'll come back up to neutral. Release the arms wide. Take the palms behind you with your fingertips facing back. And just a little counter stretch here. Think about shoulders drawing back behind you. Maybe even lift your chin. And then you'll slowly come back up to neutral. So other side, arms wide. Left arm crosses on top of the left like the letter X. Lift your fingertips, wrap the hands, draw the shoulders down, and then think about lifting the elbows up. So it's a lot of work in the shoulders, but can feel really nice as you start to lift your elbows, lift your chest. And then exhale, keep that structure, but tip it forward and round your upper back. Take like top. One more time with breath. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to round forward. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to come back to neutral first. Open the arms wide. Take the hands behind you now. You might even take a reverse tabletop. So your hands come behind you, your fingers point out to start. If you'd like, they can even point forward. Your whole palm can come to the ground. Now you'll plant your feet hips width distance apart, and then you'll lift your feet. Doesn't matter how high. Just this idea that you're getting a different movement here in the upper body as you breathe in. Maybe look up. As you exhale, release your seat down. Make sure you have enough space behind you. You'll slowly make your way onto your back. First, find a nice long body stretch here. Toes point forward, arms overhead as you almost like pull your fingers, your toes apart here. And then as you breathe out here, think about in your knees and your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze here. If it feels good, maybe a little rock. Side to side and the low back. One more final active pose if you'd like. Press your feet down into the ground, toes pointing forward. Your feet will be about hips width distance apart, arms down along your sides. Lift your seat, bridge pose. Sometimes I can just feel really, really good. After all of that work in the seat, the breath in. Slowly lower down. Feel to your feet a little wider, knock your knees together. And you can take your arms, if you have the space where you are, take your arms out like a T shape here and let your palms lift up. So it might feel nice to stay here if you want a little bit of one last twist here, like a supine twist if we're on our back here. So your knees can fall to one side and then the other. If you like to take rest with your knees, keep your knees bent, take your legs long to find your full shavasana. Adjust your arms as you need to, of course. But I encourage you to keep your palms facing up to allow the chest to move towards the breath. The toes, surface, the belly, the chest, shoulders, arms, and the chest, the pelvis, notice the rise, fall, just a little bit more movement. Imagine you're sending that energy, your breath, your extremities, your fingers, toes, wrists, feet. Whenever you're ready, of course, no rush at all, but just hold your knees. They're not already. That sense of comfort, and roll to the side of your self. That's fine. there, like the roll of the shoulders, the head. Here, sitting up nice and tall, just a little moment of reflection. Bring your hands together over your heart. Now your chin towards that space. Give yourself a moment of gratitude, your body, able to move, to breathe, whatever it looks like. More big breath in. Even open up your mouth, letting out a nice gentle sigh. Blink your eyes open, take in a little bit more light, a little bit more intention, lightness, a little more energy on the rest of your day. So much for joining me.